Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. No, stay with me. No, you're not dreaming. I can understand why you might think that, though. Did you really think it was a good idea to go out that close to a raging river in the middle of a storm? Yeah, I saw you. That's how I knew where to go to pick you up out of the river. You're lucky you were only in there for, I don't know, 20 seconds. You could have taken on a lot more water than you did, and if I wasn't here to pull you out of there, of course I was watching you. No, what kind of question is that? I just told you that I saw you. How would I see you if I wasn't watching you? Why would that be a problem? You're not doing anything you shouldn't be out here, are you? Oh, right, you're not from around here, then. No, it's not obvious. Should it be? I've never met you before. What I know, what I've seen, what I've experienced. Oh, don't be ridiculous. Some of my best friends are human. Has nothing to do with that. And everything to do with you are a stranger. People don't end up here by accident. They really don't. So if you're here, there's at least a reason for it. And so I was watching you. And you slipped, and you needed help, and I helped. Now, I'm not sure what you're doing here, and I'm not sure if your intentions are good or not. But it's the right thing to do, and save someone who needs help. It is. We can sort out whether or not the tribunal needs to deal with you later. You've kind of got to be alive for that to happen, so... Oh no, all of my sisters and I were all trained in rescue and survival and basic field medicine. Uh, I think you already know the answer to that. So, I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to answer that. You already know, and if you don't, well, you probably wouldn't believe it. I didn't say you are going to go before the tribunal, but it's also not really my decision. Um, I'm not the only one who is out there keeping an eye on things. Whenever there's a big storm or any kind of bad weather, we have to keep an extra close eye on things. There are so many creatures out there who can't really survive such a harsh environment. And the storm won't last forever, but so many young animals lose their parents. So many mature animals lose their offspring. Situations like that. I mean, look at you. Okay, well, maybe you don't have offspring, but you must be someone's offspring. And if I was not here to save you, you would have been one more unfortunate victim to the startlingly dangerous weather out here. Why were you even out here? Well, I guess there's something I could say to prove to you it's not a dream, but it's not. Okay, how about this? I have an idea. You're not sure whether this is a dream or not, right? So let's do a little thought experiment. Does it matter if it's a dream or not? Really? So if there were no consequences, you would follow your deepest, darkest instincts, no matter the effect it had on others? Well, it's always been my opinion that if you need the threat of consequences to be a good person, you weren't really a good person. Now think about it. Maybe you'll realize that there's at least a little bit of truth to what I'm saying. If you already were looking out for everyone's best interests, it would be obvious, right? You, I say you, I am here to help take care of everything that I can. Oh, you know that pinching secret, that's a myth, right? It's not really true. I don't know when it started, but somebody decided, you could just convince people that it's a dream. They would do basically what you're just, talking about. When there's no consequences, you just are selfish, cruel, hurtful to others. Because, well, there's no reason not to be, right? There's no consequence. So you can do whatever the hell you want. And that's a problem. Your species might have become the dominant one, but that doesn't mean you're the best. Wait, you really thought I was human? Really? You're kidding, right? Maybe it's the fact that you're laying down and a little disoriented from nearly drowning, which I could completely understand. But I'm uh, quite a bit taller than you. What do you mean you think I'm human? You really, you really think this is a dream? All right, well, let's suppose it is a dream then. Let's just see how it plays out. You are lucky to have survived. You're lucky I was here to pull you out of the river. Dream or no dream. You're still lucky. Uh-huh. There's one thing I found to be true around humans. Um, they're a very amorous bunch. And for some reason, very interested in partners much larger than yourselves. So don't pretend. Don't lie to me. Does it really matter? Though, we keep going back to this. Does it really matter? Maybe it is a dream. Why not just enjoy the dream? If it is a dream, you're in no actual harm. Where's the problem in being rescued from a raging river by a strong and powerful woman like me? Where's the harm in enjoying how I will make sure that you recover? I mean that there's a lot of things that I can do to help you recover better. I could, theoretically, go put you back in the river. I'm not going to. I'm not threatening that at all. But I could. I absolutely could. Or I could drop you off in the middle of a den of very, very hungry panther. I won't. No, it's not. You just shut up and listen, please. It's not a threat. Besides, if it is a dream, who cares if it is a threat? It's not like any harm's gonna come to you. My point is, I could very easily cause great harm, but I have no interest in that. I want to help. And maybe you are lying to me. Maybe you know exactly where you are. You know exactly. Well, of course you would say that. Right? Of course you would. But I can't believe that it's true. I don't know you. I do know that you are somewhere that people normally are not. And I do know that you needed help, so I give help. And if that's all some giant manipulative ploy, first of all, shame on you. That is disgusting and despicable, and there's no honor in that at all. But secondly, it doesn't matter. I don't I don't feel threatened. I don't feel afraid. I don't feel in danger. I feel needed to help you recover. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's why I'm here. Some of my sisters, they probably wouldn't have even pulled you out of the river. I did. Because I want to help. Okay, that whole pinching thing really is a myth, but just to prove it to you. I'm hurt, didn't it? I told you it's not a dream. Are you all right? You look like you're going to faint now. Do you need some water? I told you it's not a dream. I did tell you. I understand not believing me, but I did tell you. Right, and you're safe here because I will make sure you are safe. You're asking a lot of questions for someone who's still coughing out water. You might want to save your breath a little bit just until you're fully back to yourself. You know, just because you're out of the water doesn't mean you're out of danger of drowning. No, really. Genuinely, if there is too much liquid in your lungs, even though you are no longer in the water, yeah, yeah, it's true. So I would really recommend you take it easy until you get the rest of that out of your system. I guess it doesn't hurt to answer a couple of questions. I'm sure this is a bit of a shock to you. Oh, that's simple. It's just what I like to do. No, we don't have, well, I don't have anyone telling me what to do, any boss. I guess, it's one of the perks of being me. A lot of my sisters, they do. They have to be part of the guard. They have to be part of the militia. They have to be part of the hunting parties. Me? I get to do what I want. It's very nice being me. And it's very nice being you because you've now been rescued by me. Lucky you. No, I do mean it. You're very, very lucky that I was watching you. Right then. I was close enough to be able to get into the water before any lasting damage was done. Well, I could tell you what makes me so special, but I don't know, I kind of want to leave it as a surprise for now. Maybe you find out, maybe you don't. Either way, you're still really lucky that I found you. Oh, you are. You are. I've seen grown bears drown in that river. The water, it is deceptively difficult to swim through. The current is... I wouldn't disagree with that. Good question. We don't know. Sorry, but that is the truth. We don't know. There are stories that the weather around here is designed by the gods to keep us safe. There are stories that it's designed by the gods to punish us and keep us in our place. There's rumors, there's stories that it's just a really bad spot to be when so many different forces of wind and air pressure fight all in one area, and it just creates chaos. Yeah, it's not rare here for there to be snowfall in the middle of the summer. I guess that just proves how lucky you are, doesn't it? Because out of all of the different potential weather complications that could have happened, you at least got the one where someone could try and help you. It's not often, but there are cyclones in here from time to time. No, really. It's one thing to sit there and to think it's a dream. And no one will be hurt by anything you do that maybe you shouldn't have done because it's a dream. And any people that would be hurt aren't actually real, aren't actually people. And so the hurt doesn't actually exist. But you see, the thing is, when you choose to make those actions, you are still choosing to make those actions. And repeated actions become habits, and habits become you, your identity, who you are. So when you're saying you're willing to do these things when there are no consequences. What you're saying is this is who you want to be. When you choose the way you act, you choose who you will be. I choose to be helpful. I choose to save people. I choose to be a source of good in a world that often has so much bad, and even unintentional bad. The weather, the sudden storm that swept you away in the river, that wasn't any sort of plan to specifically hurt you. There was no evil mastermind. It was just bad luck. And sometimes people can be around to help out, to make the bad luck feel less bad. In fact, I would argue it wasn't bad luck, it was good luck because now you are here. I'm gonna forget you said that. No, I'm going to, because it's actually really, really infuriating. But I'm gonna let it go, because that's not what I'm about. My people, my sisters, my family, we have a long history of struggling to make things work with other people, not only humans, with all kinds of other people. That's why there's these stories that we're secluded off from the world, we're hidden from the world to keep the world safe, or we're hidden from the world to keep us safe. No one really knows. But I know that the person I want to be, the person I like to be, is the person who helps. Because maybe I don't have everything. I can't fly, that would be nice, but I can still be there to help people who have even less. You were not conscious when I found you. I wasn't even sure you were alive. And I'm genuinely happy you are. Because I don't like to see things get hurt. I don't like to see bad luck. I don't like to see bad things happening. I like to see good things happen. I like to make good things happen. I'm very glad you're safe. I am. And you look like you're doing fine. You're not really harmed. But I would like to just make sure everything's alright. Well, there is one last procedure that I generally don't do. The reasons are complicated. Maybe I'll explain another time, but basically what you need to know is that I feel this need to make sure you are 100% in every single way possible. Oh no, I think you know exactly what I mean. You do. You do. Well, why don't we stop guessing and start testing? It's actually very common, a lot more common than you might think, that if people fall in the water or suffer any kind of injury or traumatic event, certain biological functions will no longer work the way they used to. So, as a self proclaimed healer, it's my responsibility to make sure you are fully healed in every sense of the word, in every single way possible. Well, then why don't you take them off? I can't exactly examine you. There's all of this extra stuff in the way. You wouldn't want to make my job impossible with you. I am just trying to help. And I think this help is another form you would really enjoy. Well, for starters... What? No, I'm not kidding at all. I need to make sure you are all you. And we're wasting valuable time because if there is something that needs to be done, well, we need to know about it ahead of time. I wouldn't want to just sit here and chatter and chatter and chatter and then important procedures were not done in time. That would be a tragedy. We don't want that. We want everybody to be fully satisfied. Hello, Comets. Star here. And thank you all for listening to this slightly overdue Fan Friday video, audio kind of thing. I've had a lot of things going on kind of all at once. Everything's fine. Just very busy, very otherwise engaged. But I'm fairly sure that's no longer the case. Everything seems to have been wrapped up and, handled, I'll say. Handled as it needed to be. And it's really, really good to be recording and getting back at it. I take frequent breaks. I don't know, it's just part of my system, routine, pattern, habit thingy. Something like that. That makes sense somewhere in there. Just combine all those words together and it'll make sense. But it's great to be getting back at it. And this was a Fan Friday vote for an Amazonian who rescues you from a natural disaster. And my first thought was a flood because I'm not sure why. It just kind of was. And well, hey, who doesn't want another excuse to use rain background audio? I always love adding in rain or thunderstorms, just little weather sounds in the background. They're always so great. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.